Hello everybody, and thanks for checking out my review. Today I'll be reviewing the Casio G-Shock GW-7900B1. This is from the Rescue series that Casio started releasing last year. Of course, comes in the black box cardboard with the G-Shock logo on the bottom, the red line going throughout. I believe the packaging comes differently in various markets. And of course you have the tin. Red line throughout the bottom, the G-Shock logo in the middle, and you get the raised G on the top with the recessed lettering on the rim. And of course you have the watch. It comes with the manual, of course. Comes pretty thick. That's because they release these manuals in different languages. And of course you have your warranty information and your atomic information on how to get the best reception. And with that, moving on. Like I said, this is from the Rescue Series edition. Casio's been releasing these in various different forms. Some of them are different colors. I know there's an atomic version, which I have, non-atomic version. They come available in black, positive displays, negative displays, red, yellow, so you have a different variety of these types of watches that you could choose from. Like I said, this particular version is the all-black version. What they did was they darkened up the studs on the four corners there, gave you a negative display, and it's all black all the way around with the exception of the back, of course, which is the stainless steel on the four screwbacks. And looking at the display, I have to say that Casio has been improving drastically on their negative displays. I've had a number of these in the past. The problems that I had in the past was with certain angles, different lighting that's anything less than ideal, and I wouldn't really be able to read the display very well, so a lot of times it would just sit in my watch box and eventually sold. This watch and a number of other variations of the negative displays that they've been putting out recently, I don't know if they just made the lettering thicker, if they just made the display whiter. I don't know what it is, but keep up the good work, Casio, because whatever they're doing, these are much more legible than they are in the past. Of course, it is still a negative display, so you're not going to see it perfectly as you would a positive, but it's definitely a lot more legible in different lighting scenarios and different angles. So I just wanted to bring note to that. Difference between the atomic and the non-atomic is on the studs. The non-atomic, they use plastic screws, it appears. With this one, they're using metal. You have 5 buttons on it. You have the light button, of course. Unfortunately, in the lighting, I can't really give you a really good example of how well it works, but it just lights up the the digits, if you will. On the side, gives you the 4 nice large buttons. The straps, I just use the single notches as opposed to the double. Doesn't really affect anything. One other thing that I like that Casio released on a couple of watches recently is gives you these little wings for the wrist. It just sits nicer, more comfortably on the wrist with these than without. So if they started releasing these with a lot more of the watches, I certainly would not complain. Now going on to the display itself, what it gives you on the top left there, of course, is the day of the week. It gives you the month and the day of the month. Right below that, you have a little moon phase in the left circle here. They give you a little tide graph that gives you the current data, so it shows you that it's kind of at mid-tide, if you will. And it gives you a little seconds ticker on the right circle there. Let you know if it's AM or PM. Of course, you can do 12 and 24-hour format. Gives you the time and the seconds. And going on to the next mode, it gives you the full tide graph, which will allow you to go throughout the day and figure out how the tide is going to be at various portions of the day. This is great if you tend to be on a boat a lot, if you live near the ocean, if you do some surfing, like to swim, fishing, things of that nature. It comes in really handy. I'm going to guess that one of the reasons they put it on there, particularly for a Rescue Edition, is you're probably going to market this more towards a Coast Guard member. It's very durable, very bulky. If you're wearing gloves often, you have no problem pushing the buttons. That's the best guess I have, and that's probably why they didn't put this part of the Master of G-Shock series, which was surprising to me, because if you look at a previous review I did on the Casio Razeman, it basically has the same look, same design, with the exception of that tide graph. I mean, they're both basically the same type of a watch, so I'm surprised they didn't do that. It had, with the amount of success that they had with the Razeman. But like I said, I'm just going to guess that they did that because they're looking to market this more towards the services, the armed services. Going on to the next mode, you have world time, so you can check the times around the world if you like to travel often. I tend to just keep it on California time. I do a lot of eBay listings and deal with a lot of people from the West Coast, so it tends to come in handy on a quick glance rather than figuring it out. And you have your alarm. You have your hourly time signal, and 4 different alarms, along with a snooze alarm that'll keep going off after you press it to turn off. You have a 24-hour stopwatch. It counts up on the lower area here on tenths of a second, second, and minutes, and then you have your hours on top. And you have a countdown timer, 24 hours. Of course, it counts 10 seconds on the right side, minutes, and hours. So that's the basic details of the features there. My impression of this watch, I like it a lot. I like G-Shocks because you don't tend to have to worry about beating them up too much. Putting it on the wrist, this is a real beefy type of a watch. It's very solid design. It's actually got a little weight to it for a resin watch. I have 7.5-inch wrists, and at first it seems like it's large, but you know something, with the way it hugs the wrist, it doesn't really, when you're wearing it and you're looking at it during the course of the day, you don't really notice how big it really is. But it's a phenomenal addition to the G-Shock lineup. I really do like it a lot. Of course, I want to refer www.watchseek.com if you want more information about G-Shocks or different watches that are released through different types of models and companies. I want to thank Casio's marketing department for sending this over to me for the review. Definitely appreciate it. And if you're on the fence on this one, I would definitely say give it a shot. Go into a store, try it out. If you like a larger watch, this is perfect for you. If you don't like a large watch, then you're probably going to be better off going for the smaller lines that they have within the 5600 series, which is, you know, the smaller square models. But this is definitely a great one. Thanks again for watching.